I loved the coursework. Obviously, everything was new. So learning about budget, about leadership, and just really connecting a lot of those experiences that I have in the classroom to actual leadership, leading a school. And I loved the internship part, which really allowed me to practice and get a lot of hands-on practical stuff as an intern, leading, collaborating with teachers, and still getting to have the contact with students and build in relationships.
I definitely learned the most in the school finance class, but I think even though that was a course that a lot of people struggled with, I think coming from teaching, that's something that we don't know much about, and so that was probably one of the reasons that was a struggle, but a good struggle because I learned a lot, and I also learned how much I need to learn about school finance. Yeah.
The law class was the most interesting. I have a special ed background, so I really am interested in making sure the laws, school laws, are being followed and students' rights are being observed. So the law class was very interesting to me. I enjoyed reading the case studies. I enjoyed the discussion boards and hearing how other people, my colleagues, interpreted the law. So that part was extremely interesting. I love that class.
You know, I really felt like what was asked of us, the projects we did, it was very applicable to real life. I did not feel like we ever did busy work. In fact, I tell the story in last summer we did I think through our initial class, we had to put together like a crisis plan. And so I put that together, and then this past fall I was subbing in for one of our principals in our district who was gone, and we had a crisis that happened. And so I was able to mentally in my mind go through all those steps in my crisis plan that I had already outlined and move forward with that. And I think that it really gave me something to hold on to rather than just getting really nervous and being worried. It happened very quickly, and I had something to hold on to, and I appreciated that. So I appreciated the projects we did. I felt they were very real life, and they gave us some good experiences.
All the courses, when I start them, I'm kind of like, oh my gosh, how am I going to get through all of this? But there's not been one assignment where I thought that was a waste of time. They were challenging and required that I put in a lot. You couldn't just fake it. You really had to work, and that's why I think I learned so much. There's definite rigor to it that I was surprised by. I thought it was going to be easy, and it wasn't easy. It was hard.
I appreciated the quickness and the rigor of the program. I felt like it was really great. I look forward to coming back within the next few years and working on my continuing administrator license.
I like online classes. I like flexibility, being able to do stuff when I can get it done. And so having 2 young kids and working and trying to coach soccer and all of the stuff that entails being dean of students with really busy schedules, having online classes with coursework that allowed you to kind of, I'm a night person, so cranking out stuff at midnight works for me. And so the traditional classroom wasn't going to work.
I felt like I got a great experience. I've talked to friends both locally in Eastern Oregon as well as across the state that have done other programs, and I felt like we got a top-notch experience. I'd very much recommend it to anybody else.
During the time that we were actually getting ready to take the law class, we attended a law conference, so we we kind of got a little bit of a head start on that, I would say. So not exactly as much interaction as I would like. I actually would love to have more face-to-face time with my my cohort, because they're a great group of people. They are super intelligent. They have vast experiences that I can learn from. So I love to have more time with them. But just reading their perspectives on how the law is interpreted and reading their examples from their district was really interesting for me.
I think it was a little, as with many situations, just getting to know people at first is a little awkward. But the more we got to interact with each other online, and each time we got to meet at one of the conferences, you know, you get a little closer and you start building some networks. And I'm looking forward to knowing these people in the future and kind of seeing where we go.
The COSA staff have been really helpful. They're really accessible. You know, Trina and Cheryl and everyone have been really supportive, and they're really accessible. And whenever you have a question, they get back to you right away. Trina is a surefire whiz at the email and getting back to you with any questions you have. And so that's been very comforting, you know, as you're kind of walking through a process that you're not familiar with, and you know, kind of the scary, all the paperwork that you're going to have to do when you get to the end of this program, you know, knowing that you have that support. And not only that you're going to have that support while you're in this cohort, but, you know, they're going to support you when you're done, too. So that's appreciative.
I think my favorite part of the program is actually the equity training. It's work that I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about making sure that students of color are able to access the same opportunities as their peers. And so the equity work that we did, the training, just gave me the words to use. It empowered me to have those controversial conversations with staff and parents that I have shied away from in the past. So.
Yeah. Hi, my name's Donnie SEAL. I'm Dean of Students at Milwaukee High School, and my favorite part of the program so far, now that we're almost done, has been the equity work and the meetings that we've been doing over the course of the year, meeting at the different COSA events with our cohort, and with going through coaching for educational equity. So I did go through CFE training back in 2011 and do equity work within my school district, but initially I was unsure about having to go through it all again, but it's been really valuable. It's been, you never arrive. You never can check the box and say you know it all, and so it's been a great reflective opportunity to discover more about myself and to grow even deeper in this work.
This has been really powerful training. So some of the pieces are recognizable from things that I've done earlier, but I don't know if you can ever say you're finished with equity training. I think it's something that you have to continue because it's people work, and that's just ongoing. So I've been really appreciative of our time with Carmen and John, and being able to have some of these courageous conversations. And I think it's a really essential component to this program, and I'm really glad that that's going to be expanded upon in future cohorts.
I think I really valued the work around equity, so having the sessions as part of the program. And I've had some equity experiences in my own district, and I've learned that despite having exposure to that, it's always an ongoing thing, and it's always a learning opportunity. So anytime that I see equity work and discourse around that, I get really excited, because it's an opportunity for me to continue to self-evaluate and then to go back into the workforce and practice all those, the equity lens that I can bring to the job.